So what led me to Islam? When I was younger, I'm 22 now. When I was younger, around like freshman year, sophomore year, I was on Discord and I talked to a dude. He was from China, and he told me about the Uyghur people. We're talking about the Holocaust, like the Nazi shit, German shit. But then we're talking about it, and he was like, oh yeah, man, we got a Holocaust going on right now. We have a Holocaust going on right now. What are you talking about? He was like, Chinese. It was like, yeah, man, the Uyghur people in China are going through a Holocaust. And then I got to research. After that, I got to researching about the Uyghur people, and the Uyghur people were literally going through a Holocaust. They were being brought to a camp. They were being brought to a camp to be tortured, to be raped, to be tortured, raped, brainwashed. Education, they call it in China, they call it education. This is by the Chinese government. They call it education. It's really just brainwashing, tortured, raped, beat, starved. Anything degenerate you can really think, anything bad you can think of was happening to those people. And so for me, my sympathy kicked in. I'm like, damn, this is some really fucked up shit. I'm looking at it like, this is really just fucked up. Like, I don't know. I couldn't just, I'm sitting there and I'm reading this, and I'm just looking at it like, dude, this is just fucking disgusting. This is just evil and disgusting. And the little, the sympathy I had in me, like, it was just like, I don't know. And then so after that, after reading about the Uyghur people and what they were going through, I glanced at the Quran for a little. I just read it online, just like a couple little verses and half a page maybe, just like glancing at it. Nothing too, like, I wasn't fully devoted to reading it or nothing, just a couple little peeks. And then so later on, my life, around like 18, 19, I picked up a Quran, started reading like half a page. I wasn't too focused into it. Read like half a page, so I was well of the readings. I knew the readings of Allah. Like, I knew Allah existed and stuff like that. Throughout the course of my life, I was never really a believer in the Trinity. I just never believed in worshiping a man as I would do my creator. That's just something that never sat right with me. I just can't do it, dude. I don't think I can do it. I've tried to worship Jesus Christ. I can't find myself to worship this man as I would do my creator. I know the Trinity, blah, blah, blah. He's made in the name of God, allegedly. You see what I'm saying? And all this. But I can't. I can't see myself worshiping this man. I can't see myself worshiping him. In the Bible, it tells you, I forgot what verse it is. Do not worship me as you would do my Father. In the Bible, it tells you not to pray to Jesus Christ. Don't pray to Jesus. It tells you not to pray to Jesus Christ. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, why? And then I'm thinking about church and all this different stuff. Saturday service, sometimes I've been to Sunday service. They're worshiping Jesus. They're not worshiping their creator. They're worshiping Jesus. God, I give you, Jesus, we give you thanks. Jesus is not to be worshiped as you would do God, your creator. I can't go along with that stick, dude. I can't go along with it. I can't. And then so some time goes on, I'm really just not. I don't know. I'm not being obedient to either book. I'm not being obedient to the Bible. I'm not being obedient to the teachings of the Bible. I'm not being obedient to the teachings of the Quran. And so, I would still say I'm Christian. I would still say I'm a Christian. I'm still looking at the Bible. I'm still looking for I'm still worshiping Jesus for a good portion. I say like 20, 21, 22. I'm not being obedient to the teachings at all, to either one of the teachings. And then so my car wreck happens. I just have a period. It's been rough. It's really been rough since my car wreck. All jokes aside, it's really been rough since my car wreck. It's a lot of emotional instability and stuff like that. So I got boom. So I just had a lot of, I don't know, man. Just been living like fucked up. Then I've been incarcerated. I'm incarcerated. I'm going in and out of jail. Stupid, dumb stuff. And then around, I get incarcerated again around like November, August, November, one of the two. And then I'm in there and I see some stuff about Jesus. I see a bunch of stuff about Jesus and I just can't find myself to worship Jesus. There's stuff on the wall about Jesus and I just can't find myself to worship Jesus. I can't find myself to believe in Jesus. To sit there and worship that man. I don't want to worship that man. I can't find, I've never really agreed with the idea of worshiping Jesus as I would do my creator. Because Jesus is not our creator. Regardless of what religion you believe in, you're Christian, you're Muslim, you're a Jew, Jesus is not the creator. Jesus did not create you. Jesus allegedly saved you from eternal damnation or something like that. Adam and Eve, the apple, whatever. Jesus saved us. Okay. That plays into, what does that play into? Ooh, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so once I saw that, I saw that in the cell, and I really started to think about my religion and what religion I wanted to go to, and how I'm messing up and how I'm losing myself. I'm losing myself. And I started I'm still tweaking out. After that jail stint, I'm still tweaking out. I'm still, losing it. I'm still losing it. And then I ended up going to jail. And then I started thinking about religion after that first, jail visit. And then I started thinking about religion. And then I'm like, I started looking into like the teachings of the Quran and the occasional glances and looking at it a little bit. And then I'm like, this is what I need. This is the discipline I need. This is what I need to do. You see what I'm saying? This is what I need. And so I say around like December-ish, I started to really try to focus in on Islam and try to better myself. And then January comes January comes, I am arrested. Another stint in jail. And then in jail, I believe Allah, after that, I believe Allah showed me, hey, I believe he showed me myself through others in jail. And I don't want to be like that and stuff like that. He showed me myself through others. He showed me like my rage. He showed me being angry, and he showed like all the negative sides of me. He showed me, I saw a dude off Fent and shit, nodding off, like, you know what I'm saying, nodding off like he's off drugs and shit. He showed me the drug addict. I saw the drug addict in jail. I saw the angry man in jail. I saw the schizophrenic man in jail. I saw a man really struggling with no one to pay his bond money. I saw a lot. And without Allah showing me that through like a hard time, through struggle, without Allah showing me that through jail, I wouldn't have realized how good I have it in life. Although stuff may suck in my life, how good I have it in life. And then through that, and we realize I'm ungrateful. I'm ungrateful for the positions Allah has placed me in life. I am ungrateful. I am ungrateful for the positions Allah has placed me in life. I am ungrateful for those positions. Allah guided me to a job paying around like $1,500 a week. This job paid me $1,500 a week, and it wasn't hard. And what did I do? I acted foolishly. I acted stupid, and I acted foolishly. I acted dumb, and I acted foolishly. And where did that get me? Nowhere. It led me nowhere. I didn't act in accordance to Allah and the teachings in the Quran. And it got me stupid. I didn't act in accordance. I wanted to act my own way. I wasn't humble. I wasn't disciplined. And I wasn't grateful. That's the key word. I wasn't grateful to be in that position. And so I was humbled. I had a chance to better myself in that position. I had a chance to accumulate wealth. I had a nice paying job, a good paying job. I had a chance to accumulate wealth. I had a nice paying job. And I had a chance to flourish in the eyes of Allah. I had a chance to live a straight, narrow path at that job. And in that area, I had a chance to live a straight, narrow path and not be disruptive and be negative and all that garbage. And I didn't take that to my advantage, And sometimes it takes stuff like that for you losing good opportunities. You miss opportunities. You know what I'm saying? You're missing opportunities. You're missing opportunities. You're messing up opportunities. You're messing up opportunities. You're ruining things. It takes that to realize, the path you need to head on, the path you need to go down. You may have to fuck up. You may have to fuck up off your own ignorance, off your own stupidity. But I'm thankful. You know what? Although I wish I did better, and I wish I acted more of accordance, and I wish I acted more like better and in accordance to the Quran and the teachings in there. I wish I acted of accordance, but I needed that. That experience led me closer to Allah. And then, of course, my mother, although my mother is very weird, and my mother does weird stuff, like I'm talking to her about Allah, and then she goes and orders like a bacon burger. Like, I don't know, maybe that's just weird, or baking something. Well, it was like weird stuff with my mom. My mom recently, she told me when my first time getting locked up last year, she was like, she was very direct with me. And she was like, you're kind of acting retarded. You're acting retardedly when you're not retarded. I'm like, damn, Mom. And then I got to thinking and looking at people. I'm like, damn, Mom, you're right. And then I got to thinking, after she criticized me directly, she was like, you're acting stupid. You're acting stupid, Christian. You're acting stupid. You're acting stupidly. You're acting dumb. You're acting stupidly. And with the direct confrontation, I'm looking at her. And then when I'm listening to her, I'm like, yeah, I am. The self-realization came in. I am acting foolishly. I'm acting foolishly. I'm not living in accordance to the Quran. It's as simple as that. I'm not living in accordance to the Quran. I'm acting stupidly. And then I'm breaking down all my behavior. My behavior's just stupid. The way I'm talking out of anger. I'm talking out of rage, and I'm talking out of anger. I'm acting foolishly. And then once you realize this stuff, you don't want to act this way anymore. You realize you're acting foolishly. You're acting stupidly. You're talking out of anger. You're doing a lot of bad stuff. You're in jail. Jail sucks. Although jail wasn't that bad, jail sucks. It's not no place, bro. It's not no place to go. It sucks. That's horrible. It's horrible. After that second jail stint, I'm in there. I saw everyone. I'm like, dude, I never want to return to this place again. I never want to be in jail again. I don't, and I realized I was ungrateful for that. I was ungrateful for positions I was placed in. I was ungrateful. I was so ungrateful. That's something I hate. I hate I was ungrateful. I hate I was ungrateful. I hate I was ungrateful. I was placed in positions to flourish. I was placed in positions to flourish and grow and better myself. And I didn't do it. And you feel foolish and you feel stupid for not flourishing in positions you were placed in to flourish and do better and better yourself. And I didn't do that. And you just live with that regret. It's as simple as that, man. You just live with that regret. And that's it. You got to keep going, though, man. You can't sit there and dwell within regret. You got to keep going and pushing on, man. That's pretty much it. And then around December, I really started to look in. That sums it up, really. That sums up my whole story. And then around December, I really started looking into it more and getting more into it. And then I got locked up. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole story. Of my way of getting into Islam. And now I'm trying to fully convert. I haven't done all the necessary steps. I've taken steps. I'm still learning. I'm a revert. But I'm taking my necessary steps in order to fully convert. And yeah. One of my favorite sayings, Astaghfirullah, Allah Hamadini. That's one of my favorite sayings. Astaghfirullah, Allah Hamadini. We all know what Astaghfirullah means. Even if you're not Muslim, I'm pretty sure you've heard Astaghfirullah. You know what that means, bro. We all know what that means. I mean, I knew what it means, but back in a while ago, I knew what Astaghfirullah means. Just hear it on videos and shit like that. Astaghfirullah, Allah Hamadini. Allah Hamadini means, oh Allah, please guide me. Or Allah, please guide me. That's one of my favorite sayings. Even when stuff was good, I was still asking for guidance. Before I went to jail, before I was locked up, I was still asking for guidance. After, I'm still asking for guidance. Now I'm still asking for guidance. I could get $10 million, and I'm asking for guidance. I'm still asking for guidance throughout the course of my life because I need it. I could win the lottery. I'm still asking for guidance. It's as simple as that. Well, yeah, I'm out.